I'm going to roll.
And then you're just looking at me, talking to me.
Okay.
So, tell us about Christina.
Christina, my family companion, has shown me lots of patience, that not everything has to work out when you want it to, that some things can, work out all on their own at the right time. So, and that's kind of what happened with her. I wanted to have just somebody else to talk to that was just a friend and not a family member, just somebody outside opinion, basically. And, just with life stuff. And she did that for me. Yeah, she helped me a lot with feeling like there's people out there that still want to be around me and not just always in my house by myself with my daughter. So yeah, she's done that for me for sure. Yeah.
Excellent.
Okay, very good.
Were you, before I asked the same thing, were you hesitant to go into a relationship like this? Anxious, unsure?
How did you feel?
Yeah,
talk about that a little bit.
okay.
Yeah.
So I was a little bit anxious because obviously, this was my first time.
So start with
going into this relationship, I was a little...
Okay,
When I first got connected to Christina, my family companion, I have to admit, I was...
Okay. Okay. So, yeah, first going into the relationship with Christina, it was unsure for sure. I was, I didn't know what I was stepping into. A little bit of anxiety just because that's my background. And when she came over and whatever we discussed, it was very comforting to have that conversation with somebody else other than myself. And that's where I felt comfortable. I felt okay to open up or let your wall down, what have you. And after then, I felt a little bit more comfortable with sharing more with her, about my background and stuff. So, yeah.
Can I intersect something? One of the things that is really unique about Prepares is that our volunteers donate their time. They absolutely have the heart to serve in a way of making connections, being good listeners.
Wow.
And so that's what they do. And so what sets Prepares apart from a service is that it doesn't feel like a service.
Right.
It feels like
a family.
You actually you have an opportunity to develop a friendship with someone
that you can relate to.
That tries to relate to you. And so I'm wondering if you could say something to the effect of, what I've learned in Prepares is that this is not like a service.
No.
At all. It feels like a friend.
Mm-hmm.
I've gained a friend.
Yep. And that's pretty special. Well,
and we all need that.
Yeah.
We all need that. There's times in our lives that we need someone to listen.
Yep.
And I think you said that a moment ago, and so maybe just speak to that, make that one.
Okay.
Make that one point.
Okay, I'll try.
Sure.
So, yeah, the sorry, I forgot. The question.
What in particular do you think makes
relates
what you have
what's relatable?
What you have in your family companion, how is that different than a service?
Okay, so the difference between service and a family companion to me would be someone's just service would be like, I'm just here to do my job service and then be on my way. Well, with the family companion, I feel like they want to come in and relate experiences and grief or loss or, you know, family dynamics, struggles, everyday struggles, and relate that to each other and maybe get advice from one another or suggestions, you know, recommendations is always good. Yeah, stuff like that is,
And just to listen.
yep, just to listen to what they have to say and relate that to your story and just kind of know that you're on the right track by that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
and
you.
Yeah.
What are your dreams for Ava?
I want her to.
Sorry, I want my
I
daughter
want,
or
I
Ava.
want
I-
my dreams for Ava.
Okay, my. Thank you.
This part is hard.
Yes, my dreams for Ava would have to be to definitely have peace, happiness, and to utilize all of her knowledge that she has and that's going to grow while she grows, and use them all in the right places, because I know she will. She's very smart, and I know that she will succeed, very much so, with a dad or without a dad. She will succeed.
They say it takes a village, right? And so one of the things that we struggle
Okay, here we go.
All right, so when I first met Christina, it made me feel like she made me feel like I could talk to her, definitely about the similarity things that we had in common, you know, grief, loss of a loved one. For me, specifically, it was a loss of a loved one at a very young age. And the fact that she had lost her loved one, it was kind of like, oh, well, we've both been through, you know, that loss, the grief, the steps of grieving, and now we're at a point both in our lives where we can kind of just come together as a community, or like she's doing, you know, going into her community and thriving. So yeah, and that I looked at that, you know, I saw that in her when I first met her. I saw that she was trying to really reach out to her community and
It was important
and
to her.
start that spark of thrive. Yes.
How did you? How did that make you feel when you found, and maybe use this word, when you found something in common? How did that make you feel? Like, how did that work?
Right. So that made me feel
When I found that we had.
when I found that we had that in common, it really helped me open up a little bit more about my loss specifically, and then I think that helped her too, because I opened up, she then opened up as well after that, and so I think it was just kind of a domino effect. After each one of us would make a move, and then the other one would. It was just kind of a natural domino effect, really, and it was a good thing for sure.
Yeah. This is good. This is good. Is there anything else you want to say? Because you caught all my points.
I think the last thing I want to say would be words of encouragement, and those would be
Yes.
to.
What would you tell a mom that wasn't sure about what to expect about her family companion, and have a family companion in her life?
What to expect from one?
What would you tell her? How would you?
Hope for the best, but not really expect the worst, but
What I would tell
Yeah.
someone who's
What I would tell someone who is thinking about doing this family companion gig, I think that first and foremost, going in with anything can happen, but everything happens for a reason. You know?
yeah.
And do the footwork, and God will do the rest.
Oh,
What my first